Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the iAcast. All right, I'm Michael Dowies, and I'm here with Taylor Arndt. Hi, Taylor. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a crazy weekend around here. I don't know. It's just been a long weekend, but we've got a lot of news and things to share. So I'm pretty excited, but I'm also like kind of tired. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah. We both have been working a lot this weekend, and we'll get to all of those things in a moment. But Taylor, tomorrow, Apple event. Are you excited?
You know, usually I'm really excited about Apple events, and this time I'm actually excited as well. But to be completely honest, I've been so slammed with IA stuff in my own day job that I haven't even really thought about the Apple event. If I actually really step back and think about what I've been thinking about. So I guess I'm excited, but I've not even given it any thought whatsoever. Usually I'm like thinking about it like 2 weeks in advance, but nope, not this year.
So this year, the whole theme is called It's Glow Time. And it's an Apple symbol that has a lot of neon and a lot of different colors glowing, and it's like animated, pulsating, like glowing Apple logo. And it looks really neat. And what it looks like is the new animation that surrounds the phone on Siri. And I have a feeling all of the iPhone 16 line of phones possibly may have Apple Intelligence in the new Siri.
That's cool. I'm probably gonna upgrade my phone.
So, what would you like to see on a new Well, okay, for one thing, you have an iPhone 14 Pro, right? And you'd be going
Yes.
to a 16. So, do you know the biggest thing that you're going to get by making that upgrade?
Apple Intelligence.
No, I mean that's big. I mean
That's
that's
the
great.
biggest thing for me, Michael. Remember, the biggest thing is subjective.
Well, I think one of the biggest things for you is it will be another device. Well, actually, I think for you, you will now be completely off Lightning at this point.
Oh, that. Yes. See, I'm so excited about AI.
Yeah, but you'll be dropping Lightning to go to USB-C.
About time. Man, considering the shape of my phone right now, I don't even want to talk about it. I have to charge for it when out, and then I have to do wireless charging.
Yep.
Life has been fun lately. Yep.
Yeah. So Taylor has that going on. And yeah, so you'd be getting that and possibly the new Siri, which is very exciting, right?
Yes. And sorry if everybody's devices are going off.
Well, we're not saying, "Hey, S lady, do a thing." We're
I
just
know,
using the
but it
word
still goes off with the S word.
sometimes. But you'll be getting that. But are you going to go with the regular 16 lineup or the Pro lineup?
Pro, I need LiDAR.
Mm-hmm.
And as an app developer, I'm making apps that have LiDAR.
Yep. So, what are you hoping? So, besides Apple Intelligence, well, I think Apple Intelligence is kind of the big thing this year, right?
Yes. In my opinion, it's the best thing and the biggest thing.
So what I'm really curious about, though, is they're going to be releasing these new phones before 18.1 is even out. I'm wondering how that's going to work.
I think it's going to be a hard sell until October when the 18.1 comes out. I think it's going to be a hard sell to actually get the phones without the Apple Intelligence. Because, right, it doesn't come out until 18.1, so I don't think a lot of people are going to buy it before October.
Yeah, I think they'll get it with 18.0, but it's funny because like the whole event is really focused on the new Siri and Glow Time and all that kind of stuff instead of Showtime.
I feel like that was kind of poor planning.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they should have done this a little differently, but I think they want to show people before they get it what they're going to have.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll find out tomorrow. This podcast is being recorded, and then it's going to immediately go right out to distribution after editing the beginning. But it's very interesting. Hmm?
couldn't they have showed all this off at Dub Dub though? Or is
Well,
that
they
not
did.
practical?
They showed off a lot. Well, but they didn't have a lot of demos, right?
Oh, see, that's where I don't know. Because they've been doing a lot of demos like online, right? On like Apple, like they've been promoting stuff. But I
Yeah, but
don't know.
for Apple Intelligence, they're going to do a lot of demos tomorrow. They're going to be showing people using this in all different ways, how developers have used the betas. But interestingly, we don't even have a lot of the Genmoji and the generative image playgrounds and all of that stuff yet.
No, we don't. But
Now, Taylor, you have an iPad that can run Apple Intelligence. Have you played with it at all
I,
yet?
to be honest with you, I just have not had time to sit down and mess with it.
Yeah. So,
It's go time for me instead of it's glow time.
yeah, yeah. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what we get with these new phones. I mean, obviously, they're going to have all the usuals. It's going to be the 16 and 16 Pro. Now, with some things that happened to you over the year, we're hearing about some new AirPods that will not have that AirPods 4, I think they are. And these may or may not have the tips. Would you still not buy them, or do these fascinate you at all?
No, I do not want to repeat what happened in June. That was crazy.
Yeah, Taylor had an ear
Um,
infection from using AirPods.
yeah, and it was pretty severe.
So it's I'm going to be getting some AirPod 4s.
I know you will.
Those are definitely I like the ones without the tips on them. The Pros are fine, and my AirPod Pros are great, but the original ones like the EarPods are amazing. I like those. Where it still sounds good and you can hear around them. So that's in the rumors tomorrow. We have Apple Watch rumors. Well, we know we're going to get watches tomorrow. And so we may see the Ultra 3, which has my name on it. May have some new health sensors, more accurate sensors, possibly sleep apnea checking, which will be interesting. So I'm curious what we're going to get.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, with phones, we know we're going to get usual devices, with all of the features that we're used to on the phone. But I don't know.
Me either.
So, are you interested in a new watch, Taylor?
I don't know. It will depend like on a couple factors. So maybe, maybe not. I'm not exactly sure because usually I use it a lot for swimming and I plan to start that again, but it all just depends on, there's been a lot of crazy stuff going on at the gym that I usually go to, so I got to see if that can clear out first.
Right. So, I'm really excited about the event. I want to see what we're going to do, what we're going to get. I always get very excited before these, but I want to see what the new watches are like. Let's see. Oh, it is. I believe this is 10 years of Apple Watch. Wow.
Well,
10 years of Apple Watch. That is crazy. And, we're even not mentioning the fact that Mac OS, Vision OS, and all the other OSs are coming out very soon, possibly next week as well. So we'll talk about those when they come out. But before that, Jonathan Mosen has a great podcast, 3 hour long podcast, I think, where he goes over all the new features.
yeah, I haven't quite had enough time to listen to this. I feel like with those kind of podcasts, I really need to have AI summarize them, or else I just fall asleep in the middle of them. I never can get through them because they're so long.
Mm-hmm.
See, another use case for AI, people.
Yeah, Taylor is all about the AI.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to see all of those things, and then we're also going to see. I mean, there's been rumors about AirPods Max. I'd like to see USB-C AirPods Max. That would be great. The rumors are that stock is going low on the iPad Minis, but I think we're going to see events in October, maybe November too,
Probably.
guys. So we're going to see a lot of events this year. So I'm really predicting. So I would like to think that the phones are going to have a lot of new colors and all that kind of to go with the It's Glow Time event theme. But who knows? We will have to wait for tomorrow. But I'm pretty excited to see what we get.
But again, it feels like if you really want the color phones, you got to go with the regular, not the pro. But if you need the features, you got to go with the pro. So it's like, Okay, color versus features.
Yeah, and I wish they would put more colors on the Pro phones, because sometimes those colors make it easier to see your phone, you know?
Mm-hmm. Totally understand.
And there's also rumors that the iPhone SE4 may come out tomorrow as well with a new OLED screen.
Yeah, again, I don't really look at rumors because I want to be surprised, and more than half of the time, the rumors are not correct, my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it varies, So we will wait for tomorrow. We're going to do another podcast tomorrow evening. It's very exciting. And it's going to be really cool to see what we get. On to some other news for iAccessibility. It's very exciting to announce that our site is up and running. The iAcast.net website has been moved over to the main site of iAccessibility. The app directory is fully functional. You can post in it. You can view apps by category, name, and ranking in there, and the latest app directory posts. And we have our iAccessibility forums. So that's all working as well. It's very exciting. So also don't forget you can follow us on Mastodon, iAccessibility at Mastodon iAccessibility at iAccessibility.social, and we're iAccessibility1 on Twitter. All this stuff is coming back. And it was funny because I was looking through pictures on the iAccessibility website, looking at all the being nostalgic and looking at pictures that we had for different posts over the years. It's like, man, that takes me back a good while. I miss some of that stuff. So we're coming back. We're going to be doing all the things that we used to do, new reports. Taylor's written some fantastic reports. We even now have a podcast called the iAccessibility Report where you can listen to our articles. Isn't that cool? I think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
amazing. Have you listened to it, Taylor?
I have.
What are your thoughts?
It's really, really nice, interesting TTS voice, but it's cool.
Yeah, and we're doing all of this through Podbean. And for people that may not have heard the podcast or our interviews at other places, we are starting a nonprofit organization. We're working out the details with our board and our team to finalize the details on that. But stay tuned. We'll have more to come on that. The goal is to be very community driven and transparent. So we're very excited. I also didn't share our app directories cover iOS and iPadOS, macOS, watchOS, visionOS, tvOS, Android, and Windows. So we're very inclusive of all different kinds of operating systems. And, it might even be interesting to have an operating system accessibility category. That'd be kind of
Well,
fun.
that's fascinating.
Like, how accessible is macOS? Let's rate VoiceOver. How well can you use Linux, different Linux distributions? How accessible are they? If you're in the community, reach out. Let us know. What do you think about that? Just mention us on social media or send an email to us. Feedback at iAccessibility.net will be up soon. And it's very exciting stuff. We're making leaps and bounds. The other thing I wanted to mention, if you have been following, AppleVis has been saved by Be My Eyes. Very cool. It's good to have multiple resources out there. So we will be there. AppleVis will still be available. And then we will be updating the iAccessibility app as well. So there's going to be so many resources available to the blind community for all of these products. So we're very happy that we have a vibrant community of websites and resources that people can use. But, we're there. AppleVis is there. Be My Eyes. Ira has all of their services. ACB, NFB, all of these places you can find great resources to get started. So it's very exciting stuff. I think we're going to have a longer podcast tomorrow, but we wanted to put out some content today so that we can kind of get everybody ready for all the very excitement tomorrow. I'm a little more excited now that the work on the iAccessibility website is behind me. I mean, obviously it's going to, still evolve. Oh yeah. And there's also one little thing that, is kind of exciting that's on the new website. Taylor, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, Michael, you're forgetting something. So basically, you can now use AI to search the entire iAccessibility website, and you can search and it will bring up episodes of, podcasts or apps in the directory or things like that. And I made this by myself in WordPress, and it's fully accessible on the front and back end. And apparently it looks good too.
Yes, and that's the really neat thing. Taylor is a screen reader user, has some vision, but she made a plugin that looks really nice visually. I love it. I'm really excited about it. So,
Yeah, and I've been making plugins for just over a year now, so it's kind of crazy.
and we're going to have some really cool AI articles. So, Taylor, do you want to talk about what you've posted before and what you plan on posting?
I've posted a Meta Ray-Bans article where I talk about like an introduction and give some commands, and then I've posted a Google Gemini versus ChatGPT article, and we also did a Be My AI, Access AI, and something or other comparison. And then I did a Google Gemini versus ChatGPT. Those are the main AI articles. I plan to do some more Meta Ray-Bans content once this website work slows down a little bit.
Yep. Fantastic. So, I think that's going to do it for this short podcast today. We're going to have a lot more tomorrow, like I said. Taylor, where can people find you online?
Well, you can find me on iAccessibility. You can find me on Mastodon, Taylor Arndt, TAYARNDT, at Techopolis, TEC, oh my gosh, TECHOPOLIS.social. You can also find me helping with the iAccessibility website. So if you have questions about that, please let me know. Or if you decide you're going to break one of my, find the AI plugin and you put something in there that you don't like and it breaks it, well, let me know too. Because I've been testing it, but people broke it. So, anyways.
Yep, we always try to find ways to break stuff.
Oh yeah.
When Taylor writes plugins, she hates it whenever I get a hold of it because I find ways to break it.
Including that thing that we won't talk about that happened yesterday. That was nuts.
Oh, yes, we will talk about that. So,
oh, we will, huh?
So one of the things that, when you use ChatGPT, and don't get any funny ideas out there, audience, but when you use ChatGPT, you have a lot of guardrails and things that, you can and cannot talk about. When you actually use the APIs, though, like the programming interfaces that let you directly talk to OpenAI and GPT-4, those guardrails are not there
as strict. There's some, but they're not as much.
There's some, but they are not nearly as strict as ChatGPT's. And you can get it to come out with some very inappropriate answers. So you actually have to build moderation into your project whenever you're working with OpenAI. So for all of you guys out there that want to play with unhinged ChatGPT, learn the APIs. You could do all kinds of stuff, but I mean, do or do not. That's your discretion. We're not encouraging any bad behavior here, but
don't try to do that bad behavior on our site,
right? Because it won't work.
It will not work
because Taylor had to fix it. So, okay. Well, thank you, Taylor. As for me, you could find me online as Michael Dowies, Mike Dowies at techopolis.social. You can email me, mikedowies@icloud.com. You could find me on Facebook as Michael Dowies, and I'm always posting articles at iAccessibility. I've talked about iPhone mirroring currently not being accessible, and how to use notification summaries with Apple Intelligence, and a lot more is coming. So very exciting stuff, and you could find me all over the web. Just search for me, and I am very excited that we're doing more content, and we'll be back tomorrow with another podcast. But I want to say thank you, Taylor, for being here. This has been a great shorter episode of the iAcast, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
thank you for tuning in to the iAcast. We hope you enjoyed the show and found the conversation to be insightful and informative. If you have any feedback or comments, we'd love to hear from you. Please send us an email at feedback@iacast.net. You can also follow us on Twitter at iAcast Network to stay informed about new episodes and other updates. Don't forget to check out more great podcasts on the iAcast Network, iacast.net. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again soon.